Welcome to the NC Spin After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. John Hood, what do you wish you had said on last week's show, but you didn't?
Well, Tom, naturally we discussed the Mark Harris-Dan McGready race, the hearings, and the rather dramatic end to that conversation where Mark Harris suggested that the board, and they unanimously agreed to order a new election. I think that was ultimately the inevitable outcome and the proper outcome, but I'm a little disturbed, a little upset, a little concerned about how it went down at the end with Mark Harris and his comments. What he basically said was that the hearings had led him to believe that the public had doubts about the integrity, which he doesn't actually have any information about. And let me be very specific what I mean about this. It's very clear that if you have illegally cast or illegally counted or illegally handled ballots that are more than the margin of victory in a race, that is a very good reason to rerun the race. There is another standard we have, this taint the electoral results standard, which I think we need to be very careful not to set too low a bar for. Because remember that in every election there are illegal votes cast. In every election there are people who do things wrong. We've had this in numerous elections in recent years. We've had cases of illegal voting, of ballot tampering in previous elections and so forth. Now they haven't been enough to turn the outcome of the elections, but when they are, then we order a new election. Now, a good reasonable standard would be you don't have to have enough ballots to flip an election if the candidate is involved in some sort of misdeed. It was evident this week as you watched the hearings and read the testimony, saw the emails that have been withheld until now, that there is a reasonable doubt as to either whether Mark Harris knew that something was being done that was illegal, even though he denied it, or perhaps more likely that he was sort of willfully blind to it. He's still responsible for it even if he wasn't part of a criminal conspiracy. In other words, the taint is the candidate. Now, Mark Harris is not going to say that, and no one else really officially said that, but I think it is important not to set the bar so low that we have litigation after litigation.
Or the candidate's campaign?
Campaign if the candidate either did know or should have known what the campaign was doing.
Right.
But I think that is a fairly defensible standard. But the fact that illegal votes have been identified, unfortunately, that's going to happen a lot. And I don't want us to have a series of these kinds of disputes every time we have an election.
Point well taken. Well, thanks for watching the After Spin. We'll have more video all during the week on ncspin.com.